getting ready for what is going to be an explosive night of boxing on Saturday, February 1st from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. We have the light heavyweight championships of the world on the line as David Benavidez will collide against David Morrell for Benavidez's interim WBC light heavyweight championship and Morrell's WBA light heavyweight championship of the world. What a night that we have. We want to bring up the fighters to take the stage. Let's have a round of applause for all the fighters that will be competing on Saturday, February 1st from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. Look at these fighters, amazing champions, contenders. What a night that we are going to have. Our main event between two undefeated world champions. As we say in combat sports, someone's it's got to go. It headlines a stacked PBC pay-per-view event on Prime Video featuring 4 matchups filled with some of the sport's best talent. It all takes place in the fighting capital of the world, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. What a great week it is going to be in Las Vegas. The week before the Super Bowl, so much going on in Las Vegas. And we begin the pay-per-view Saturday, February 1st, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. We will also see a rematch of one of 2021's best fights, and it features the WBC featherweight champion of the world, Brandon the Heartbreaker Figueroa from Weslaco, Texas, going head-to-head against the former unified champion from Philadelphia, Stephen Fulton Jr. The pay-per-view also features an all-Mexican showdown as former world champion Isaac Pitbull Cruz will collide against the hard-charging contender Angel Fierro in a super lightweight showdown. Opening up the matchup is a rising Mexican star, Jesus Mono Ramos Jr. matches up against the former unified champion of the world, Jeison Rosario, in a 10-round middleweight matchup. In addition to the pay-per-view being available on Prime Video, regardless of Prime membership, fans will also be able to purchase the pay-per-view on your traditional cable and satellite outlets. Pre-sale tickets are available right now, and you want to make sure to go ahead and get those because you're going to be able to get your hands on the tickets before they become available to the public tomorrow. Right now, the code, you can go on AXS.com, use the code PBC to get pre-sale tickets right now. You will have your pick of where you want to sit for this outstanding night of action. The event promoted by Samson Boxing and Warriors Boxing. Public on sale. They go on sale tomorrow, Wednesday, November 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern through AXS.com. Also want to thank our fine sponsors, DraftKings Sportsbook, The Crown is Yours, and sponsored by El Mexicano brand products, bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring up one of the promoters of Saturday, February 1st from Warriors Boxing. This man certainly knows talent like you wouldn't believe and has seen some incredible talent and cultivated some Hall of Fame talent. Please welcome to the stage, Luis de Cubas Sr., ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. I first want to thank PVC, Mr. Al Heyman, TGB Boxing, all the people involved for this great showdown. You know, I've been in boxing 42 years. I've been involved with a lot of great fights. Durant Barkley, Durant Camacho, you know, Casa Mayor Corrales 3 times, Freitas, Jose Luis Castillo. And this is the kind of fight that when you got 2 young warriors, you know, they're going to fight each other. That just doesn't happen in boxing anymore. 2 guys in their prime. You know, they said, let's get it on, you know. And that shows me a lot like old school fighters, you know. They're not looking to get around and see how I can beat this guy, can't beat this guy. You know, they want to fight the best. So I got to give credit to the whole Benavidez team. Samson, his promoter, his father, the manager, and the fighter, okay? And I got to give him a lot of credit. He took the fight. You know, a lot of people could say, oh, why do you want to fight this guy? Why don't you wait for the other guys? And no, he said, I want to fight the best right now. And I tell you, I respect him a lot. You know, Morrell, you know, you know, I brought Morrell right to Minnesota. You know, and I knew when he stayed there was 30 below zero running around the lakes. I knew he definitely had heart. You know, he took, the fans fell in love with him. And I had Tony Oliva with him. He was a legend there. And that was my hometown, Minneapolis. And he turned that town into, you know, every time he fought, he'd have a sellout. So it's a great fight. You know, the two guys that can punch, both guys can hurt you with one shot. And I'm very excited to see it. You know, all the great fights have been around. You know, this is two guys in their prime, ready to fight, and it's going to be one of the great ones. You know, if I had to say what fight it could very easily turn out to a Hagler-Hearns type of matchup. You know, where both guys are coming to slug, or it could turn out to Duran Leonard in Montreal, #1. Two great guys going at it. It's got that potential, and as long as I've been in boxing, I am so excited about this fight, because you got two guys doing it when they're in their prime. So again, thank everybody involved. I'm really happy with the whole undercard. Isaac Cruz, one of my favorite fighters. Sean Givens, you know, Stephen Fulton fought Figueroa. That was one of the fights of the year, you know. So that's a tremendous card. Ramos, Jesus Ramos, one of the good rising stars in boxing, you know, and he's fighting the former, you know, world champion Rosario. So, you know, every fight on the card is tremendous. Not only, you know, the main event's a great fight. You got a lot of great fighters on the card. So I'm really excited about T-Mobile Arena, February 1st. Okay, it's going to be a barn burner, and the fans are going to enjoy it, which are the ones that deserve it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Louis de Cuba Sr. And yes, gathering by what we heard, expect a special night on Saturday, February 1st. And now we want to bring up the president of Samson Boxing, a man who also knows talent and has been able to mold guys from their pro debut into being world champions time and time again. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mr. Samson Lukowicz.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Prime Video, PBC, Al Heyman, but most all this card that will be unbelievable. First of all, Morrell, as well as Benavidez, is waiting for his shot in 168. However, it never happened to be that shot to the championship fight, because the champion unified, he decided it's too dangerous. So now we have the best of the crop, because in 175, both of them fought. It was not the best, but already it's in 175. And now it be a real fight in 175. I remember when he have 4 fights, he come to me and say, I want to fight Benavidez. I told him, what do you want to get? Peanuts? Wait for the marinate the fight. Wait for your time. Like he did, in this case, another one that he asked me, please, I want to fight him. They was sell a plan. I tell him, you will have your shot. And now he say thank you to me. Why? Because he fought Canelo Alvarez, and then he fought Benavidez. And now he secured his future for the family. This time, finally, you have the opportunity. Believe it or not, I like him. I don't wish him good luck, but I like him. It will be a great fight. I hope so, that people understand that the two major players in boxing today is both Davids, that Morrell as well as Benavidez, he come to fight a fight that the champ, he didn't want to fight. So thank you to all of you, and I hope so we see you in pay-per-view or in the stadium. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Samson Lukowicz, ladies and gentlemen of Samson Boxing. Now, Saturday, February 1st, an excellent night of boxing from top to bottom. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This one will be a middleweight showdown as we bring up to the stage a man who's a former unified super welterweight champion of the world representing the Dominican Republic. He has competed against a slew of top world-class contenders and world champions, including a 2020 knockout upset over Julian J. Rock Williams in Philadelphia to capture 2 world championships. Most recently, having fought to a draw against former unified champion Jarrett Hurd back in August. His record, 24 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws, 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando Jeison Banana Rosario.
Primeramente, gracias a Dios, gracias a mi promotor, gracias a mi coach, porque fueron las pocas personas que creyeron en mí cuando todos se fueron. Realmente esta oportunidad la veo como más importante que cuando me dieron la oportunidad con Julian Williams. Una oportunidad que debo de aprovechar al máximo y la voy a aprovechar. De verdad, gracias a las personas que hicieron esto posible. Lo que puedo decir de mi pelea es que esperen una guerra. Estoy ready para lo que venga y para quien venga.
First of all, I would like to thank God and my coach. There were very few people that believed in me when I was down, and certainly they were one of the few that really stood by me when the chips were down and I was struggling. And I also believe that this fight, it's an even bigger opportunity for me than the one against Julian Williams back then, because it's going to be a war and it's going to be a showcase where I promise you I'm going to be giving my best. I'm going to showcase my best abilities because it's an opportunity I plan to take advantage of to the fullest. Don't miss it because it's going to be a great card, top to bottom.
All right, let's meet your opponent on Saturday, February 1st. This man having a bounce back after a controversial decision loss to Erickson Lubin last year. He stopped Johan Gonzalez in round 9 this past May. His record, 21 wins, 1 loss, 17 wins coming by way of knockout from Casa, Grande, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of boxing's rising stars. Here is Jesus Mono Ramos Jr.
What's up, everybody? Thank you all for coming. I want to thank PBC and Prime, for allowing me to be on this card. I want to thank Jeison Rosario for stepping up and giving me this opportunity. He's a veteran. He's been a champion. He knows what it feels like to be a champion, and essentially that's what I want. I want that feeling, and I'm grateful to be back against a tough veteran opponent and excited to put on a good show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you to Jesus Ramos. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next matchup. This one will be a super lightweight showdown, going to be a compelling matchup. We have Angel Fierro matching up against this man, but we want to bring up this man's adversary's trainer, a man who's been in the corner of his son for quite some time, having led him to a world championship. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Isaac Cruz Sr. There we go.
Yeah,
Bring up Isaac Sr. to come and say a couple of words about his son. Looking forward to hearing from the trainer of Pitbull Cruz, Isaac Sr. So we will have him come up momentarily. He's on his way, and have him say a couple of words. Also, Sean Gibbons here as well, representing Isaac Cruz Jr. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is Isaac Cruz Sr.
¿Qué tal? Buen día. Pues estamos aquí de regreso con Pitbull, pues para ese gran y nuevo compromiso que tiene. Pues como siempre, ¿no? Venir a dar lo mejor de sí, una nueva pelea. Y pues aquí estamos con Pitbull.
Well, thank you for being here. We're really excited for this upcoming fight. And as always, we're with people to the end, and we're going to give it We're going to give it our all. It's going to be a great fight. So we're going to be ready, no matter what.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Isaac Cruz Sr. Now we want to bring up a man who's a Mexico City native and fan favorite for his all-action style. Former WBA super lightweight world champion who captured the title with a March stoppage over Rolando Rolly Romero, returning to the ring after a decision loss at the hands of Jose Valenzuela. Back in August, his record 26 wins, including 3 losses, 1 draw, 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Certainly a fan favorite who's beloved by fight fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes. Antes que nada quiero dar las gracias a Dios por una nueva oportunidad. Y bueno, a Al Heyman, a BBC, a Sean Gibbons, a Prime Video. Y bueno, nos estamos muy contentos de tener un nuevo oponente hoy en día y nos vamos a preparar para el 1 de febrero. Y muchas gracias también a Angel Fierro y a toda la gente que hace posible todo esto. Muchas gracias.
Good afternoon, everyone. Really excited to be here. First of all, I would like to thank God and also thank PBC, Al Heyman, Sean Gibbons, Amazon Prime Video, everyone involved with this fight. It's going to be a great showcase. Can't wait.
All right, a round of applause for Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Always fireworks when Isaac Pitbull Cruz steps inside the ring, expecting that and so much more against Angel Fierro back on Saturday, February 1st. And now this will be our co-main event in the featherweight division. We want to bring up a man who's a unified champion, who became a unified champion back in 2021 by edging out Brandon Figueroa in a heated 122-pound unification matchup. Most recently bounced back from a loss to Naoya Inoue with a successful featherweight debut by defeating a very tough and determined Carlos Castro in September, representing West Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His record, 22 wins, 8 of those coming by way of knockout against 1 defeat. He's the former unified super bantamweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome cool boy Stephen Fulton Jr.
Alhamdulillah. Thanks to everyone for coming out. Thanks to Al Heyman, Sylvia Owens, Lou de Cuba, everyone who's been a part of my team helping me come this far. Thanks for Figueroa and them for accepting the fight again. Round 13 coming soon, round 13. But that's all I really got to say. Thanks, y'all.
Well, I love to hear that round 13 because I would say that their first fight was a sensational matchup and certainly a candidate for a fight of the year back in 2021. These two guys are meant for each other. Now let's welcome a familiar foe in the career of Stephen Fulton Jr. This man, a 2-division champion, recently elevated to WBC featherweight champion of the world, won the interim featherweight title with a decision win over a very tough and a world-class adversary in Mark Magsayo. That was in a 2023 Fight of the Year contender. Was the first person to defeat Luis Neri when he stopped him with a body shot in May of 2021 to capture the WBC Super Bantamweight Championship of the world. Having most recently knocked out the former world champion Jesse Magdaleno back in May. Ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 25 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. From Weslaco, Texas, here is Brandon, the Heartbreaker Figueroa.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. First off, I want to thank God. I want to thank Prime Video, Al Heyman, Luis de Cubas. Man, I'm just excited to fight. I want the best fighters. Shout out to Fulton for accepting the fight. And I want the best of the best. You know, I've told my dad, I told my team that I'm here to fight the best, and I'm not ducking no one. Rey Vargas didn't want to fight me. I've caught other champions, and no one wants to fight. So shout out to Stephen Fulton for stepping up. This is the fight that I've been waiting for 3 years. And I don't plan to leave it to the judges this time. I've come to fight. He knows I'm coming to fight, and I'm excited because I'm ready. I've been ready, and after the loss, I learned a lot. Lit a fire in me that hasn't been unlit, and I'm pumped. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this rematch for 3 years, like I said, and I know he's been waiting for this fight. It's big. It's better now. And under one of probably the best undercards of the year, 2025, with David Benavidez and David Morrell. And I'm just back, baby. I'm excited, and let's go.
The featherweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon the Heartbreaker Figueroa. That is going to be a great fight in that, our co-main event. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome up one half of our main event on Saturday, February 1st. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Tickets are available pre-sale right now, AXS.com. Use the promo code PBC, or they go on sale to the general public tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time. This man with a record of 11 wins, no losses, 9 wins coming by way of knockout. A Cuban native who moved to Minneapolis to begin his pro career back in 2019. He was a standout in Cuba's storied amateur scene. 26-year-old debuted at light heavyweight back in August by defeating Hot Rod Radivoje Kalajic to capture his WBA light heavyweight championship. Previously held the WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the world, first becoming interim champion at 168 by defeating the then unbeaten Lennox Allen back in August of 2020. Had 2 explosive knockouts in 2023, stopping Olympic bronze medalist Yamaguchi Falcao in April and Sinya Akbeko back in December. He's focused, he's ready, he's always wanted an opportunity like this at this high a stage, and now he gets it as he will look to capture David Benavidez's WBC interim light heavyweight championship of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, the undefeated David Morrell Jr.
Thanks God for one more day. Thank you everybody for coming up. Thank you PBC, the Cuba family, Hemo. Thanks the Benavidez team for opportunity. For long time waiting this opportunity. The fight the David Benavidez Saturday, February 1st. I promise Benavidez and promise everybody is the real fight. I know it's not easy. Nothing is easy in the life, but I promise that everybody here, they really fight the February 1st. So thank you everybody for coming. See ya.
David Morrell Jr., ladies and gentlemen, the WBA light heavyweight champion of the world. And now we want to, welcome one of the trainer, a man who has been in the corner of his son, David Benavidez, since the beginning. He's an outstanding trainer, both with David and also Jose Benavidez Jr., and he certainly continues to immerse himself in the sport of boxing, and they together are a winning formula. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jose Benavidez Sr.
Primeramente, le quiero dar las gracias a Dios por dejarme estar aquí con ustedes. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes que se tomaron el tiempo por estar aquí, a toda la media, a todos los que trabajan en todas las plataformas. Muchísimas gracias. Quiero darle las gracias a Amazon Prime, a Al Heyman, a nuestro Picasso, Samson, a Luis de Cubas y al equipo de Morrell. Muchas gracias por tomar esta pelea. Esta pelea va a ser una pelea buenísima. Como ustedes saben, siempre TGB Promotions y y la promoción siempre hacen carteleras muy buenas. Tenemos una cartelera buenísima, febrero 1, no se lo pierdan. Pero les quisiera contar un poquito una historia, poquito corto de David Benavidez. Para los que no saben, David Benavidez empezó a entrenar a los 2 años. A los 3 años tuvo su primera pelea de exhibición. A los 16 años estuvo haciendo sparring con campeones desde las 168 libras, 175 cruceros y heavyweight. A los 16 años lo debuté profesional en todo el bordo de Tijuana, lo que viene siendo Tecate, Agua Prieta, y a los 18 años hizo su debut profesional en Estados Unidos. A los 20 años es el campeón más joven en la historia del WBC. Y tenemos un peleador que tira muchísimos golpes, un peleador excitante, un peleador que a toda la gente le gusta. Y con el enero 1 van a tener una pelea buenísima, no se la pierdan. Pay-per-view, Amazon Prime, o lo pueden mirar en vivo, T-Mobile Arena. Muchas gracias.
All right, so first of all, allow me to thank God. I would like to also thank the media and everyone involved with this event that made their presence felt here. Really appreciate it. I would also like to thank Samson Likowicz, Tim Morrell, everybody that's here, TGV Promotions that makes great fights. And I would like to tell a little story about David Benavidez. He started boxing when he was 2 years old. At 3, he started getting into the ring. When he was a teenager, he was sparring with some of the best pros in the 168 and 175-pound divisions. And then I took him to Mexico to debut as a pro. He took his lumps, and then at 20 years old, he became the youngest ever champion in his division. This is all to say this is going to be one hell of a fight. You're not going to want to miss it because David Benavidez's path has led him here, and you're going to see just how far he has come.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jose Benavidez Sr., the proud father and trainer of the man that we are getting ready to bring up. Well, what a 2023 for this man. Last year, he defeated Caleb Plant in what was a tremendous matchup in Las Vegas last spring, and then followed it up with a dominating victory over Demetrius Andrade last November in the fighting capital of the world. He returned to Las Vegas back in June and when he defeated former champion Alexander Wojcik to capture the interim WBC light heavyweight championship of the world. He's a 2-time world champion representing Phoenix, Arizona. Quick story about this man. I remember back in November of 2015 when he made his United States national television debut. And all right, very much some fighting words from the champion, David Benavidez. Again, both men champions. David Benavidez, the interim WBC light heavyweight champion. David Morrell, the WBA light heavyweight champion of the world. Now we're going to go and talk with the fighters that are up here. I'm going to start off with Jeison Rosario as he will take on Jesus Ramos in a middleweight matchup. Jeison, how big of a fight is this for you in your career at this stage? You have been a former unified champion, but that was 6 pounds south. Now you are here at 160. How big of a fight is this for you against Jesus Ramos?
Jeison, sos ex campeón unificado, pero esa es otra división, otra época. Ahora afrontás este desafío contra Ramos. ¿Qué tan significativo es esto para vos el 1 de febrero?
Bueno, realmente esta es la pelea de mi vida, realmente la pelea que me puede catapultar a que mi historia no se acabe, a que mi nombre no se quede bajo, tú sabes. Esta es la pelea que me va a llevar a donde ya yo llegué, un momento, tú sabes. Entonces, la pelea más importante de mi carrera es esta, realmente.
This is really the biggest and most important fight of my life, the most significant fight of my career, because it's going to catapult me to be able to do what I did before in another division, which is fight for a world championship. This is not over for me. My name is not going to be left in the dust, and my story isn't over, not yet.
All right, now I'm going to go to Jesus Ramos. Jesus, what kind of Jeison Rosario are you expecting? You're somebody who, even in the infancy, and still you're a young professional, but you've always wanted to test yourself against the world's best. What kind of Jeison Rosario are you expecting on Saturday, February 1st?
The kind that he just mentioned, you know, his back's against the wall. His career, you know, it's going to define his career, you know, whether things
from another perspective. And now I can promise the fans that they're going to have a great fight out there on February 1st, and I'm gonna come back even stronger. It's going to be great.
You are very aggressive in your fights from the moment the bell sounds, but how much do you want to go out there and get a stoppage over a guy who's won 3 in a row and is very hungry for an opportunity at this level in Angel Fierro?
Tu agresividad es tu estampa, es tu identidad. ¿Qué tan hambriento de gloria estás? ¿Qué tanto querés salir a arrancarle la cabeza, noquearlo a Ángel Fierro el 1 de febrero?
No, a mí no me gusta trabajar con ansias. Yo me enfoco en dar grandes peleas en el campamento. Me esfuerzo día a día para dar lo mejor de mí. Y yo solo voy a dar una gran pelea para que todo el mundo del boxeo, el fanático, sea el ganador.
I like to keep that aggressiveness you talked about in check. I don't like to be too anxious, too eager. I'm in training camp right now, sharpening my skills, doing what I have to do to be able to achieve my goal on February 1st, which is coming out with my hand raised and giving the fans a great show.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz, ladies and gentlemen, looking forward to his matchup against Angel Fierro. Now this one, our co-main event for the WBC Featherweight Championship of the World, the former unified champion from Philadelphia, Cool Boy Stephen Fulton Jr. Cool Boy, you said round 13. So do you believe that it is going to be, this rematch is going to be an extension of your previous matchup that you guys had a barn burner in which you were victorious?
Yes, I do.
And why so?
I know how you fight. We're familiar with one another's fight game. And when you are, you know what to expect from your opponent.
Now, fighting here at 126, you know, how did you feel in that matchup against Carlos Castro?
I felt cool. Everything was cool. Even when I got, like, you know, dropped or whatever the case may be, everything was cool. I wasn't hurt, but everything was cool. I was just happy to be at a bigger weight class so I can get my, you know, all my strength and my energy that I need.
I'm sure Philadelphia is going to be supporting you quite a bit and, you know, cheering you on as you try in your quest to become a world champion yet again.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I love Philadelphia.
Well,
I'm going to become champion again, trust me.
Well, there is certainly a focus in your eyes. We'll come back and speak with Cool Boy Steph. But Brandon Figueroa, now you are the world champion. Before, in the first meeting, you were going after him. You were world champion before, but, you know, you had your undefeated record taken away from you in that matchup. You responded valiantly, the matchups that you had in recent memory. But as a fighter, you guys have been talking about this for years. We want Cool Boy Steph again. Now that you get it on Saturday, February 1st, what does it mean to you?
Man, this means everything. You know, I get to get my leg back, get to give fans another exciting show, and we get to run it back. You know, it was fun the first time, controversial decision, but this time, like I said, I don't plan to leave it to the judges. You know, I felt super great at 126. He had trouble with Carlos Castro. I got him out of there in 6 rounds. You know, I'm just ready. I've been hungry ever since that loss. It taught me a lot, and I've been growing, evolving as a fighter, and I've been getting hungrier and hungrier, and my fire has been growing bigger and bigger. And like I said, I just want the best of the best. I want to keep proving to everyone that I am one of the best 126-pounders in the world, and I just want to be one of the best fighters as well.
Now, will this be round 13, as he says, or is this going to be round 1 of the rematch?
This is going to be round 13, 14, 15, 16, whatever. I'm here to fight. I'm here to, like I said, leave it on the ring and give fans a great show. You know, people were super ecstatic about the first fight, and I know for a fact that this one is going to be, you know, no excuse. You know, we're ready, and we're going to give it the best.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Well, real quick, Cool Boy Steph, he said that he put away Carlos Castro early, and, you know, he claims you had a difficult time with him. How would you respond to that?
I won. I don't really care about all that. I won. When I win, I don't care about all the controversy. It's just like in any other sport. You win by 1 point. It was a close game. Who won? That's all that matters. Is who comes out victorious. And that's what it's about. And that's what it's going to be about February 1st. I will be victorious. And I'm cracking. Like, I'm at a higher weight class. I'm really cracking. So he gonna see it. He gonna feel it. Like, this is not 122 anymore. I'm bigger. I'm stronger. I've learned a lot more. My defense is better. My head movement is better. My punch output is better than what it was. I can fight on the inside. I can fight on the outside. I can box, circles, move, pivot, whatever the case may be. But the main thing I'm going to do is get the job done February 1st, and I'm going to make my adjustments.
Do you think you have the power to hurt him and possibly knock him out?
It's boxing. It's boxing. And yes, I do have that power. And he will see, and everybody else will see. And whoever else steps foot in the ring with me moving forward, we'll see that.
Brandon, you mentioned about how you don't want to leave this in the hands of the judges. How much do you want to go out there? And he mentioned the fact that he feels he has the power to be able to hurt you, possibly put you away. Do you feel, are you going to make it a goal in your mind to try to finish this guy and not leave it in the hands of the judges?
You know, I'm going to do my fight. You know, I come forward, I'm aggressive, and I have a unique style. But no, that's not my goal. You know, I'm gonna come to fight. But if the opportunity is there, I'm not gonna leave it to the judges. Like I said last time, I did. They give it to him. It's all cool. But this time around, like I said, I'm just hungry. I want this fight. I want to make a statement, and you know, hopefully everything goes well. I want to challenge the fighter that he lost to, Inui. So that's the main focus is you know, winning this fight and hopefully, you know, get an opportunity to go to Japan or maybe make it here in the U.S. But I'm not looking past Stephen Fulton. I'm not. We had a great fight, and like I said, I'm just happy. I'm content. I'm happy being here. This is what I was born to do, and February 1st, he's gonna see that at 122, I hurt him 3 times, and at 126, I'm gonna put him away.
Your prediction for Saturday, February 1st, Brandon?
I want to say I'm going to make a statement, and it's not going to go the whole 12 rounds.
Well, predicting a finish is Brandon Figueroa. Stephen Fulton, your prediction for Saturday, February 1st?
People be forgetting who I am. Like, I really can do whatever I want in that ring, bro. And now I got to just remind motherfuckers at this point. I really do. Only got 1 loss. Should I have moved out of that weight class? Yes. Can I knock him out? Yes, because he runs in with a lot of, like he said, he's aggressive. He's coming forward. So it's only one way that he can fight, and I understand that he knows that, and I know that. And he's saying it to us. One way so as many ways I know I can beat this guy. February 2nd, I will be a 2-weight division world champ, 3-time world champ. And that's how it's going to be. Much respect to him and his family, though. Like I said, I like Brandon. I like his confidence. I like his energy. Everything. And I like what he's standing for right now. But it's going to be no different than it was. When was that? November 22nd? 27th? It's not going to be no different, bro. Only difference is going to be I'm going to make this shit look a little bit more easier and a little bit more clear. Same thing Floyd had to do with McDonough and them. When you run it back the first one, everybody, oh, it's a close fight. He lost. Guess what we're going to do the second time around? Make it clear. Just make it clear. That's all it is. Make it clear and put the stamp on it. Now, the stamp on it is going to be if I clip him or I hit him with a nice shot and his ass go away. That's going to be the stamp. But right now, it's all about making it clean and clear.
Well, I can't wait for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Cool boy Steph Stephen Fulton Jr., Brandon Figueroa for Figueroa's WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. And that's just the co-main event. Now let's focus our attention on the main event. The man that is sitting to my left, the WBA Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, David Morrell Jr., 11-0, 9 wins coming by way of knockout. David, you've always wanted a big fight like this in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena, going to be a jam-packed crowd.
Yes,
what does this mean to you?
Bueno, David, ¿qué significa esta pelea para vos en Las Vegas frente a una arena repleta con todo lo que eso significa?
No sé, significa mucho para mí. Es una gran oportunidad que se me está presentando y la voy a aprovechar al 100%. Porque lo escuché ahorita hablando que si me iba que se a partir la boca, que no sé qué, lo que no sabe lo que él nunca ha peleado con un peleador como yo. Puede tener la historia que tenga, puede decir lo que sea, puede supuestamente esto, que sea lo otro, pero no lo mismo escuchar al diablo que verlo, ¿me entiendes? Pero bueno, ahí en el ring se dirá la última palabra. Pero no, me siento súper que I'm really excited for this fight, for this moment. I know it's the big fight, the big moment for me. Yeah, I'm going to the February 1st on everything.
Sí.
You want to say something? Yeah, by all means.
No, again, I'm very happy to be here. It's going to be. I'm excited. 42 years of boxing is going to be one of the great ones. Two guys, young warriors who can punch with both hands, and it's going to be a tremendous night of boxing. And I'm prime, and it's going to be like I said before. It's all the talking's done, and. This reminds me a little bit of the Barkley-Durant fight a little bit, what's going on at the press conference stuff. It's one of the great fights the last 50 years, okay? And it's a boxing man. I'm excited. Thank you.
David, why have you been calling out David Benavidez for some time? I mean, not many guys, if any, are really clamoring to fight this guy, and you have been wanting this matchup for the past several years. Why so?
David, has querido esta pelea desde hace mucho, mucho tiempo. Le has venido reclamando pelear básicamente desde que empezaste a ser profesional. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué tantas ganas de enfrentarte a David Benavidez?
Simple. Everybody say the boogeyman, like I want to fight the best division. The best division is him. So, after me, everybody, it's him. It's simple.
David, when he was calling, David Benavidez, beg your pardon, when he was calling you out and saying he wanted to step in the ring with you, not many guys have been trying to do that. And he did. He's been saying that he wants to fight you. Now, Saturday, February 1st, you guys get an opportunity to collide, T-Mobile Arena. Did you take that as a sign of disrespect, or is it the fact that, hey, I'm undefeated, I'm a guy who brings a lot of viewers and fans to the arenas, and he wants to test his skills against me?
No, I didn't take that as disrespect at all. What I took as disrespect is the stuff he was saying, that he was being really disrespectful. But other than this, like, these are the type of fighters I want to fight. I want to fight the people that they have confidence in themselves, that they think they're going to go in there and knock me out, that they say that I haven't fought somebody like him. At the end of the day, he's never fought nobody like me. And I'm going to prove everybody that there's levels to this. And I'm not playing when I'm saying I'm going to break his mouth, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah.
David Morrell,
really?
when he says...
Man, you don't have power for this.
You don't have power for this. I don't have power? No, I don't have power?
Not for this.
I'm going to show you.
To break my mouth?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to break your fucking mouth. I'm going to break your fucking mouth.
Hell no. You don't have power to break my mouth. Hell
Talking all that shit. When you have a fucking jaw brace on, that's going to be... That's my gift to you.
You boys,
that's my gift to you.
Better, man. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. What the fuck do you mean?
What are you saying?
You know, man, you're the stupid shit.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
No, man, okay.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
Okay, baby, what do you do?
Beat the fuck out of you.
Whatever you do.
All right. And then I want you to come ready, because I'll beat the fuck out of you. I want you guys to give me I want you guys to give me the props I deserve. All right, we'll see.
Whatever you do.
We'll see.
Whatever you do.
You know what? Like I said, these are the type of fighters I want people that are
stupid.
What the fuck you getting on your phone for? We're in the press.
My guy's more important to you, bro.
Now he's gonna go on Instagram. Look at this guy. He's nervous, man.
Number one.
Vas a ver.
¿Qué voy a ver, mijo? ¿Qué voy a ver? Voy a ver de un cielo nunca vio. Voy a ver de un cielo nunca vio, mijo. No se me preocupe, chiquita, ahí la atiendo. Ahí la atiendo cuando quiera. No se me preocupe, chiquita, que ahí la atiendo. Tu papá sabe lo que estás diciendo, tú no, porque tú no eres de allá, mijo. Tranquilo.
The fuck is this guy saying?
Ahora para el inglés. Pinche puto, no mames ya.
Where is he? This is what I want. I want somebody that's confident. I want him to think he's going to come beat me. I want him to think he's going to come knock me out. I'm going to beat the fuck out of him.
Yo voy a hablar en mi idioma. No que mi mexicano, pero no te entiende, papi. No que mi mexicano, no que mi carita. Papi, el hocico yo.
I don't even know what the fuck this guy is saying.
Sí, claro.
Martin, can you translate real quick what he just said?
Martin don't know what he's saying either. There's no nobody can translate this guy.
Habla porque es la única forma que tiene de defenderte, papi.
Okay.
We'll let Martin Botter translate. We'll continue with the pleasantries between these two guys. Martin?
All right. So basically, David, I don't know what you're talking about. You have a big mouth, and you're saying you're Mexican. What? Okay.
Continue, Martin.
All right. So yeah, no, like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, really. Like you talk a lot of shit, and in the end, you're saying like, you're Mexican and that, and everything, this and that, and in the end, look, you say you're gonna break my fucking mouth, you know what you're talking about, and in the end, look, I'm gonna go out there and
beat the fuck out of him.
beat the fire of you, yeah, exactly.
David Benavidez, where does the story stem from? Because you mentioned that, he was talking about your father and, where does this bad blood stem from?
It was this interview I seen. I really don't remember what exactly he said, but he knows what I'm talking about. And that's fine. That's exactly what I needed to get me started for this fight. Like I said, we're in the sea. I don't know who this guy thinks he is. He thinks he's big and bad. He thinks he's tough. He ain't shit. And I'm going to show you who the best one is February 1st.
Bro,
David Morrell, what happened there? Can you tell us the situation?
This is bullshit. For what? Antonio Benavidez Sr. I told you. ¿Te acuerdas cuando te lo dije que ese escrito nunca lo puse yo? ¿Me entiendes? Y desde ese día, empezó a hablar que si no sé qué, que si te jugaba, que fue cuando sacaste el video, que si tienes huevito. ¿Te recuerdas ese video? Por eso fue, por una historia que pusieron en Dios es grande, bro, al final se pudo quedar la cosa, ¿me entiendes? Por una historia que pusieron en Twitter, ¿me entiendes? Y se la enviaron a David. Bro, ahora que me fue whatever you say, shut up. Ok, se la enviaron a Benavidez, ¿me entiendes? Y eso fue lo que sucedió. So, bro, anyways, I don't care if whatever happened this time. So right now,
100% ready.
No, right now, bro, I'm fucking up.
Ready. Let's get it.
Right now,
I want you to be this confident the day of the fight. So when I beat you, I have no fucking excuses.
Martin, you want to translate what he said when it comes to the story?
Look, and this is also directed to Jose Benavidez Sr. I don't know what you guys are talking about or whatever I said, but whatever that happened that day, and it was posted on Twitter, that's just a bunch of bullshit. I don't know what you're talking about, but in the end, like that's when you started talking, that's when you started provoking me, and that's when I got into it with you too. Look, and whatever happened that time happened. Now I want to just go out there and beat the shit out of you because I don't know what you're talking about, what I said, but in the end, look, I'm right here. I'm talking to you, and whatever was said on Twitter, it's really no concern of mine.
All right. Well, earlier today, they were doing both. David Benavidez and David Morrell were doing a video to promote the pay-per-view event. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video on Saturday, February 1st. But David Benavidez, you guys were both. Go ahead. You're talking to the mic. Tell them what you want to tell them.
Que si tú te sabes los productos.
¿Productos? ¿De qué hablas, güey? ¿De qué hablas?
No que eres mexicano, que no sé qué. Tú sabes español, ¿verdad? Los productos, ¿sabes? 1 por 1, 2 por 2, esos.
Yo soy mexicano y no entiendo qué quiere decir con los productos.
Papi, la tabla numérica.
¿La qué?
La tabla numérica. ¿No saben qué es?
Tampoco.
¿Ustedes van a la escuela a comerse la merienda?
No, yo no soy mexicano, entonces tampoco, no entiendo.
Ok, como tú dices.
Que te traduzca, Martín.
Bueno,
Okay.
es que en Cuba se dice así, no sé cómo se dice en México.
Okay.
Samson, before you go, let's Martin translate what we just heard.
Can I translate that?
So Jose Benavidez Sr. was saying, like, look, am I not Mexican now either? What's going on? Like, I don't know what product you're talking about, but.
¿Cómo se dice?
Multiplicar, ¿qué? ¿Multiplicar qué? Sí. Yeah, I'm thinking about multiplication here. I don't know, ¿pero qué?
Que Benavidez está más fácil que la tabla del 1.
Benavidez is easier than multiplying a table of 1. He's easier to beat than multiplying a table of 1.
All right, well, quickly.
Por eso, 1 por 1. Esto está fácil, man.
Even easier than multiplying one by one.
David Benavidez, what happened in that promotional shoot with you and him? I know you guys had to be separated, but tell us the story, if you can.
Man, it was the same thing I'm telling him right now. I just told him in his face in the back in the green room. And like I said, it's not time to play no more. Now it's really time to see who the best David is.
How much do you want to go ahead and really make a statement against this guy, David Benavidez?
I want to make a statement because I want to show everybody where I stand, and I want to be the most the ferocious fighter in this game right now, and I really want to take over. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with him.
All right, David Morrell, give us your prediction for Saturday, February 1st. It is PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. Your thoughts?
He's gonna knock out 100%.
He's saying you're gonna knock out David Benavidez. All right. Well, now we go to David Benavidez.
He's not even confident.
David, your prediction.
When I tell him I'm going to knock him out, it's because I'm really going to knock him out. I'm not letting this shit go to the scorecard.
You are so fucking easy, baby.
I'm going to show him. We're going to see. February 1st. We're going to see.
Man, you need to go to the...
It's not even
to
his
the
fucking
gym.
turn to talk. It's my turn to talk. What are you talking about? What are
Papi,
you talking
tú
about?
tienes que entrenar con leyendas cubanas para lo que te viene ahora, papá. De entrada.
Pues allí tengo
Tú
uno en
tienes que-
Miami,
tú
tengo
tienes que-
el chacal que
tienes-
andaba
tienes
allí.
que-
Él me va a
tienes que-
enseñar.
Pero tú no puedes hacerlo.
Wow.
Lo que él hace, tú no puedes
Okay.
hacerlo, brother.
Okay.
We'll get one
Mira,
more
tú no
translation
puedes
and then
hacerlo.
we'll
You can
end.
do it.
You're not backing up.
El
like-
chacal se mueve, tú no puedes hacerlo.
You're all talk and no buy. You can't do what you say you want to do. There's no way.
Pedro, viene hablando con nuevo, papi.
All right.
No te machicopales, Chablín Tintín.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the talking will stop Saturday, February 1st. These two go at it for the light heavyweight championships of the world. They're not going to be sharing Christmas dinner with one another, nor Thanksgiving dinner, but I can't wait for this one. We will allow the fighters to have their ceremonial stare down with their adversaries. Gentlemen, especially you two, please. You don't get paid to throw punches now, Saturday, February 1st. Do whatever you want when the bell sounds at a jam-packed T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to Saturday, February 1st, PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. David Benavidez, David Morrell Jr. Someone's got to go. So much on the line. What a matchup this is going to be. The best fighting the best. Looking forward to seeing you all in Las Vegas. Thank you.
You're not confident, Benavidez? El monstruo. Let's get it. That's all for show. That's all for show.
Benavidez era, let's go. That's champ. That's real champ.
Dile algo en español, Benavidez.
No puedo picadeo, no voy a hablar nada, no puedo.
You got the whole city on your back, Benavidez.
I can't understand you, man. Put your belt down, bro. It looks silly against all his, bro. You look